Name dropping on Twitter.
Name dropping Soscia. You're going to drop down with your followers. How's it going? It's Brian Soscia. I am here with Mr. Money in the Bank, Dolph Ziggler, WrestleMania weekend, and it's huge for you guys. How are you feeling right now, Dolph?
I feel great. We're just getting into the heart of it. I've been here for a couple of days, but we're just starting to get into the media part. We did the Stars for Sandy last night, the great charity to give back to New York and New Jersey for the victims of the Sandy hurricane, and that was really fun to be a part of. But that's usually our kickoff, is to get going with that charity give back to New York and New Jersey, that great wrestling towns and cities that have given back to us over the years. So it's really cool to be in like the historic part of New York and New Jersey giving back.
Definitely is, and it's cool to have you here with me. Now, last time we saw each other was around Christmas time, and in Philadelphia, we were in studio, and do you remember what we did?
Yes, I remember. I carried most of the interview. You were there. You all... It was almost like being visited by like the three ghosts of Christmas past or something like that. It was awful, awful, horrible gifts that you presented to me, yes.
You've been carrying around this Money in the Bank briefcase. I know everyone's asking you, and it's getting more beat up by the day. Head smashing into it. Sometimes your head smashing into it. Looking good today. Yeah. But when are you cashing it in, man? Can we get an exclusive here?
You will not get an exclusive, but a lot of people have been trying to talk me into WrestleMania. It's a really big show. So it's such a special environment that I could be coerced into cashing in. Whether I feel I'm ready to right then or not may make it happen at Mania. We'll see. I'm
a totally heterosexual guy. There's nothing wrong with being any way else. But I got to tell you, man, when you sat down here, you smell pretty darn good. What are you wearing?
Let's see. What am I wearing? CK something. Forget what it's called. Something plain. I love it. Man, I have a couple bottles of it too. CK something.
CK something. All right. Well, the reason I ask you because you smell good, and the woman holding the camera works me, but she's also my girlfriend. And I hate you for that reason. I love you, but I hate you. I think a lot of guys feel that way because every time you come on television, here she goes to blush. Can you believe she came here with her shirt off for you today?
No, I can't believe that we're not shooting that on camera.
No, you know the wrestling fans don't want to see that.
I have a great view. They probably wouldn't know what it was, but no, it's really cool that she's naked behind the camera right now, yes.
But I don't understand.
I'm distracted by it.
Me neither, but she is hot. Do a lot of women throw themselves at you?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but like, how do you?
Also, before I worked here, so I'm not. It's not like a crazy thing. Like, oh, I'm a famous WWE superstar. What's this like? It's like, oh yeah, it's normal. Let's go.
Was your hair blonde and stuff before you worked here?
Kind of. I used to have a really short haircut, like a military cut, kind of like a John Cena thing. And there was always some blonde in there, just to. Because I would take like a handful of
the tips
of the stuff. No, not like that. I would take a handful of it and I would just dye my hair and I'd cut it myself, so it didn't look great, but it was always there a little bit, just to stand out.
So the chicks have always dug you.
Yeah.
Since you were born.
I don't know. My mom was really nice, so I mean, I guess that counts as when I was born. No, I've been obviously blessed with looks and athleticism and skills, and yeah. I mean, I was when I was a baby. Probably I was probably really shy.
You probably had abs when you were a baby, dude. No lie.
Probably, yeah.
Now, you talk about younger years. What inspired you to get involved in WWE or sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it?
I was 5 years old. My dad took me to the Richfield Coliseum as we lived in Cleveland, and they didn't have a main arena at the time. Even the Cavs played in Richfield, Ohio. So it was a little bit of a drive, but we sat in basically the farthest away seats. I could barely see, but the main event was Hulk Hogan versus Harley Race, who Harley Race I just saw yesterday. Big fan of his. Great. I see. Yeah, he shook my hand, and I peed a little. It was great. It was he's a very manly man who I wouldn't fight with now. Yeah, no, I never have. But that was the main event. I told my dad, I go, this is great. I want to do this. And I think maybe 2 months later, I started wrestling at 5 years old. I wrestled all through high school, college, basically building a career to be able to become a WWE superstar.
When I did it and I was younger, I always thought, you know what, I'm going to do this because it's going to ready me for my time in the WWE. That's what I thought when I was younger.
I actually kind of did. My first day of wrestling, I walked in and said, "Where's the ropes?" Yeah. And my coach is like, "That's not how it works here." But I love it's so fun doing it. I loved wrestling. It was one-on-one, and when I got to Kent State, I got us 45-second ring entrance music to in between the matches in our home dual meets. I got us entrance music, And it was such a cool thing. I wanted it to be that spectacle because we'd have 20 parents and 6 field hockey girls watching our matches, so there's nobody watching. And now you got 5 million every week watching at least Monday Night Raw.
Which is insane. And that, I mean, the discipline that amateur wrestling takes, it had to prepare you for what you're doing now. And as far as a spectacle, as you were saying, same thing with me in high school. I was the same way. I would come out with a towel in my head like a Taz, and we'd be playing the DX theme. All my you know, and then I would commentate for it, and I'd make up names for people, so it was more interesting, and more people started coming.
Right. That's what WWE does so well. I love collegiate sports, and at the national tournament, you'll have a sold-out thing of hardcore fans and a huge arena, and it's great. But like I said, our dual meets, not too many people were there, and they would kind of come. We jazzed them up. We got some T-shirts made. We did some different things, and we got a couple little mini sellouts because of the entertainment factor that we would bring forth with collegiate wrestling, which is kind of has a boring. Yeah, and I love it, and I look forward to a 1-0 match, but not everyone outside the of wrestling looks forward to it. But I loved it. Look forward to it every week, performing and also delivering on the mat.
Now, what was your quickest, quickest win in amateur wrestling, and also more so after you win? Did you like throw the hands up, or were you just really cool about it, or did you like make a spectacle of that?
I'm trying to think. I think I've had less than a 15-second match, but in college Division I, it's really tricky because the first couple minutes are just feeling each other out, and it's almost just back. Like it's really hard to do that in a competitive level. But what was the second question? Because I had something for it.
The second question was, let me try to rewind and remember. It was, when you won, did you like celebrate?
Oh, for a while it used to be like, yeah, like I told everyone I was going to win, to a point where it was understood that I would win every match, to where I was just like classy, almost like the old-time football players. Instead of spiking the ball and doing a dance, take the ball, hand it to the ref,
That's awesome.
Walk away, no facial expression, like this is all supposed to happen. You guys know the deal, and then leave.
Did you know, I'm sure you remember Balls Mahoney, right?
Of course.
He was a really good amateur wrestler, apparently.
Joey Styles told me that.
Did you hear what happened to him?
No, fill me in.
Okay, now I may be wrong about this because you read things, but I'd heard one time that Balls was banned from wrestling, maybe in New Jersey or something, because he threw a chair, did something with a chair, like he got banned from the thing.
Well, I mean, it would fit into his character that's the deal. I've always heard that, and I asked Joey Styles, and he said he wasn't sure of the origins of that story, but I heard that, so I mean, it could be true.
Who's the guy, I mean, maybe not Balls, but it could be Kurt Angle, it could be Brock. Who's the guy that you'd want to mix it up with most? Not that you want to go in to win, but who's someone you'd just like to mix it up with, not in WWE, but amateur wrestling style?
Oh, man, amateur wrestling-wise, Kurt Angle was my hero. He had done what I wanted to do. He became a WWE superstar. It's probably one of the reasons I got a tryout with WWE is because he did so well coming from that background. So anyone like Kurt, Brock. I remember my freshman year, maybe his senior year, we were at the national tournament. I was on deck to wrestle, and he was finishing like a semifinal match or something. It was kind of fun. I was like, man, that's a big guy. Didn't know we'd be working together.
Now you're both here. Yeah, that's good. Now, moving from that, there's WWE stuff. You have AJ and Biggie Langston with you now. In your, I guess it's your stable, I'm going to call it. It could be AJ's stable, but I feel like you're the king of that stable. What do AJ and Biggie bring to your, your act?
It's like we know that when I go out, no matter what match it is, it's going to be the best match of the night. It's going to steal the show. It's going to be entertaining. But to actually have AJ, who guys are falling over and girls are looking up to, and then you have Big E, who is the big powerhouse watching my back, it feels like we are this like perfect, nice little modern-day triple threat going that should be running this entire business. I think once we get out of the WrestleMania week, as a new season starts, I think we start to show how much bonded we've come together, and we start to deliver, and we become a very important part of the show.
WrestleMania 29, Dolph Ziggler, thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you. And any parting words for the people of Philadelphia? What's going to happen at WrestleMania?
I'm really looking forward to it because I just want to see the end of that World Championship match.
It's going to be great, right? Thank you so much. Uh-oh. What's that mean?